A very warm good morning to all of you. Students, today I welcome you to learn the second topic from lesson chapter 3 Nationalism in India. In our last class, we learned about the effect of First World War, Khilafat movement and the non-cooperation movement. How Gandhiji decided to begin the non-cooperation movement against the unjust laws of the Britishers. So today we will learn about this non-cooperation movement, who are the people who participated in this movement and what did the people understand about the non-cooperation movement. Different people understood different way. That is what we are going to learn in today's topic. The topic today is differing strands within the movement. The movement, how it was differed from person to person. Okay, in this first one, we have to learn the movement in the towns. The people who were in the towns who participated in this movement. First of all, when we speak about towns, cities, it is the people who belong to the middle class. They participated in the non-cooperation movement. Now, when we speak about middle class, three words that you need to remember is students, teachers, lawyers. Now, students, they were going to school and colleges, and what did they do? They wanted to join the non-cooperation movement. So, as a result, what did the students do? Students stopped going to the school, students stopped going to the colleges. And second, teachers. The teachers resigned from their jobs. They stopped to go to the teaching as well as to the colleges. And third one is lawyers. These are the three group of people who supported the movement, and lawyers stopped practicing laws. Okay, now these three, that is students, teachers and lawyers, they stopped their cooperation with the Britishers. So, what as a result? Now, as a result, students, teachers, lawyers stopped. They did experience the non-cooperation movement, that is stopping the cooperation to the Britishers. Now, second in this topic, it is human cooperation with the Britishers. Now, in the second paragraph, you will see that is in the economic front, on the view of economic, how the non-cooperation, how the people supported the non-cooperation. So, when we speak about economic front, there are also some words which you need to recall. If you recall these words, you are able to form the answers of your own. So, first one I have written boycotted. Okay. Now, the people boycotted the foreign goods. Whatever goods they were bringing, Britishers, and they were selling in Indian market. So, these goods were boycotted. And second one, picketed. Now, what did the people do? They picketed the liquor shops of the Britishers. It is one way of income for the Britishers. So, the Indian people picketed the liquor shops. And third one is burned the foreign clothes in huge fire. These are the three things when we speak about the economic point of view. Boycotted foreign goods, picketed liquor shops, burned foreign goods, cloth in huge fire. Now, in the year 1921 and 22, when you speak about, there were lot of goods were imported in India, but on this particular year, when the non-cooperation movement started, people started to support the non-cooperation movement. As a result, what happened? The goods that were imported to India, that is 102 crore, things came down to 57 crore. There was a lot of difference from the things that were imported in India to support the non-cooperation movement. As a result, merchants and the traders, they refused to trade with the Britishers. They refused to trade with the Britishers. As a result, in the economic point of view, when we speak about the non-cooperation movement, the people supported in this way. They understood that the non-cooperation movement could be successful by boycotting goods, picketing liquor shop, and not buying the foreign clothes. And as a result, from 102 crore, it came down to 57 crore in the year 1921 and 22. Now, in the cities and in the economic point of view, we studied. Now, when we studied these both things, students, teachers left their schools, colleges and practice of law, and here people boycotted or picketed liquor shops. Now, this movement for some time it continued, but then slowly it started to slow down. Now, why this started to slow down? What are the reasons that we should know? Now, when we speak about reasons, now these 2 points, that is students, teachers, when they stopped going to the school, colleges, what happened? They had no other alternative schools and colleges where they can go. From the Indian side, there were no institution where they could go. Now, as a result, what did they do? Slowly they started to rejoin the colleges or the schools. And the lawyers who stopped practicing law, what happened? They also could not continue for a very long time. Therefore, they also rejoined the jobs. So, slowly it came down because there were no alternative for the Indians. Therefore, they have to rejoin. And second point, boycotted foreign goods, picketed liquor shops, burned the clothes in huge bonfires. Now, what these people could do? They boycotted foreign goods, but then when they had to buy the Indian goods, it was price is more than these foreign goods. So, the poor people could not afford to buy the Indian goods. Or we can say about the cloth, the foreign clothes were less in price, whereas we speak about the Indian clothes, that is khadi clothes, it was more in price. The poor people could not continue for a very long period of time. So, slowly they started to give up these and started to buy the foreign goods and the foreign cloth. So, these are the reasons why the movement, non-cooperation movement slowly started to slow down. In the beginning, they supported Mahatma Gandhi for giving no cooperation with the Britishers, but slowly they went back to their work, schools and colleges. So, these are the 2 reasons. When we know these 2 points, then the reason we will know automatically. Second topic in this is rebellion in the countryside. We learned in the city. Now, we are going to the countryside, that is villages. Now, when we speak about countryside, 2 places that we need to remember is, one is Oudh and second one is Woodland Hills of Andhra Pradesh. Now, when we speak about Oudh, now here the person called Baba Ramchandra, he started a movement. Now, who is he? Baba Ramchandra, he was a sannyasi and he had been worked as a indentured labor in other countries, and now he is in India and he knows the suffering of the people. So, he started to support the peasants in Oudh and he started the movement. Now, why he started the movement there? Because the talukdars and the landlords, they were oppressing the people by asking high rent, and second one is the practice of beggar, high rent, paying taxes, whatever rent they have to give, it was very high and people could not afford to pay such a big amount. And second one is beggar. When we speak about beggar term, this is the landlords or the Britishers make the people to work and they will not pay any payment for their work. That is called beggar. So, now these 2 practices were practiced, and as a result Baba Ramchandra supported the movement in Oudh. And in 1920, Jawaharlal Nehru also joined this peasants in Oudh, he went around those places and he started to learn the situation of the people, and jointly, that is Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Baba Ramchandra and some others, together they formed a Oudh Kisan Sabha. They came together and they formed this Sabha, and now this many people joined, and within a month there were 300 branches they formed. Now when 300 branches they formed, people came in large number and supported the movement started by the Baba Ramchandra. And what did these people understand? These people understood that the non-cooperation movement is protesting against the Britishers, or protesting against the people who are oppressing. That is what these people understood. So when we speak about here, some of the people who are going to serve in the houses of landlords, in the houses of Britishers, in the houses of Talukdas, like barbers, dhobis, what did they do? They also protested against this, and they stopped their service to the landlords and Talukdas, and their demand was to reduce the rent what they are paying to the people, these landlords and Talukdas. They wanted to have reduced, and slowly in the year 1921 what happened? These people started to attack the Britishers. These Talukdas and the landlords, they started to attack because they understood that non-cooperation movement was to support the Mahatma Gandhi and to protest against the Britishers. So second point in this, that is Hooden Hills of Andhra Pradesh. Now when we speak about Hooden Hills of Andhra Pradesh, here there were the people who were protesting against the Britishers. These tribal people, why they protested against the Britishers? Because the Britishers stopped allowing these poor people entering the forest. Now the Britishers not only deprived these people from their livelihood, secondly they also snatched their right to the forest. Therefore these people protested and they were agitated and they were protesting against the Britishers, and the movement that they started was called as militant guerrilla movement, and it started in 1920, and the Britishers saw this movement, the people started it there. And here we see a person who was leading this movement, that is Alluri Sitaram Raju. Now when you speak about Alluri Sitaram Raju, now he said about himself that he is a person who can predict about the future, and second one, he told that he can survive bulletproof. If the Britishers are attacking him, that he is telling he will not be attacked by themselves. And third one is he has the power to heal the people. Now when he said all these things, and the people, for them he was like a god, they considered him as a god, and whatever he said, Alluri Sitaram Raju, and people started to support him through this movement. And this Alluri Sitaram Raju supported Mahatma Gandhi and told the people to wear khadi clothes and buy khadi clothes and give up the foreign goods. Also he asked the people to give up drinking, because liquor shops were established by the Britishers and it was a large income for the Britishers. So two things that he said is to give up drinking, and second one is to use khadi cloth instead of foreign made goods. The people supported voluntarily, but one thing that he differed from Mahatma Gandhi was that Mahatma Gandhi told, through non-violence we attain freedom, but Alluri Sitaram Raju was convinced that non-violence will not help to get freedom for the Indians. So he supported means of violence. Only one thing that he differed from Mahatma Gandhi is from non-violence. Mahatma Gandhi insisted non-violence, but Alluri Sitaram Raju told that will not help the Indians to get freedom. And in 1924 he was caught by the Britishers and he was executed as a result, supporting this movement, that is guerrilla movement. Okay, now third point, that is Swaraj in the plantations. Now what the people understood by the meaning Swaraj, freedom, what it meant for them. They, under this topic, that is two things that we need to learn is, that is workers in the Assam. Plantation, it is a large area of land where a single crop is grown and people are made to work on this. And when we speak about the Britishers' time, those days, from all over India, people went to Assam for this plantation work. And what is that? There was an act, that is Inland Immigration Act 1859. According to this act, people are not allowed to go out within the confined campus. They are allowed to work in the plantation field, and after that field they are confined to their own houses, are not allowed to go outside the campus or contact with any people outside. Now when non-cooperation movement started, for these people it was freedom, it was a Raj, Gandhi Raj. Now British Raj, for them it came to an end. Now it is the Mahatma Gandhi who is going to rule over India. Therefore, what did they do? They started to move out of these places. They opposed these Britishers and they started to walk back to their homes. But these people could never reach their homes because on the way they were caught and they were ill-treated. Many of them were killed. So the non-cooperation movement understood by these people were there. For them it was freedom, freedom of movement, that they can move easily in and out. That is what the people in plantation work understood about the non-cooperation. Okay, now last in this topic that we need to learn is, that is the incident that took place in Chauri Chaura, that is in Gorakhpur in Uttar Pradesh on 4th February 1922. There also a number of people gathered together and they wanted to protest against the Britishers, and there was a peaceful procession. And when there was a peaceful procession, what happened? The Britishers opened fire on this group. And when the Britishers opened fire on this group, the people were very agitated and very angry. They went and attacked the police station and they set fire on the police station. As a result, what happened? 11 policemen of the Britishers were killed in that incident. When this was heard by Mahatma Gandhi was very sad. He was not happy because he started the movement with the intention that no violence should take place. When this violence took place on 4th February 1922, immediately Mahatma Gandhi called off this non-cooperation movement. He started this movement against the Britishers. Now for some time he called off this non-cooperation movement only because of it took different means and it took the means of violence, because people did not understand the right way what is the non-cooperation movement. Therefore, now Mahatma Gandhi is taking some time to make the people to understand what it is non-cooperation, how we should withdraw our cooperation with the Britishers. Therefore, after this incident, it is called off. Okay, for today, these are the 3 different topics that you need to know, that is movement in the towns who are supporting the non-cooperation movement and how they supported and why it slowed down. Second one is rebellion in the countryside, in the villages, in the country, how the people understood the non-cooperation movement. And last one is in the plantation, that is the place in Assam. Only one example they have given in your book and that one. And last, this incident is very important, that is Chauri Chaura incident, took place on 4th February 1922. So read in your book and learn these points well for your exam. Thank you.